Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Thank you for joining me once again for one of these diary entries for Fate Grand Order. And is that love in the air? Because it is Valentine's Day. We are back again for another Valentine's Day to celebrate all of the female characters in Fate Grand Order. And of course, we have a new one. But before we get into that, two things. One, there were some previous ones that came up. As with years past, every time a new Valentine's Day or Boys' Day comes up for Fate Grand Order, they generally have the previous year's new servant that comes out with it, or showcased one, as we will be getting Charlemagne again for the upcoming Boys' Day. But we generally either have a new one or a previous one with an outfit, and so that is what we are getting here. We are getting Andromeda, but previously, if you had watched any of the earlier videos, there were videos that I had recorded of my acquisitions of Opus Joanna, and last year, as with kind of many other ones, the Valentine's Day servant generally likes to be summoned very quickly for me. Last year, I got 4 copies of Joanna very easily, and here we go, finishing off that 1 copy there to make her complete. And in addition to that, you might see that, there is some event currency that happened. What's going on there? Well, I did start on the first day of the event. The only problem is I made some summons, and for whatever reason, I had forgotten to press record. There was kind of a lot going on that day, and so I just had forgot it. So going through it there, I ended up getting 4 copies of the 5-star CE. I got like 6 or 7 copies of the 4-star. I got enough to MLB 2 copies of the 3-star and get some extra ones there. But most importantly, and kind of impressively, there was like 7 4-star servants that popped up, like a lot of them there, maybe even more. No, I think it was 7, and then I got maybe 2 or 3 extra, so it was either 9 or 10. But best of all is this. That is right, 2 copies of Andromeda in the same exact pull, and this was like the 3rd or the 4th multi, so it was amazing to kind of have that go off like that. So I don't have enough to MLB a copy of the 5-star Craft Essence, and I'd like to see if maybe I might be able to get another copy of Andromeda if I'm able to, because, you know, getting 2 in the same one is kind of pretty unlikely there. So let's pop in and see what we might be able to get here, because we have everything. We've got our 1-shot for Andromeda, so we're going to start off with that. As I've said in the previous one that I recorded the audio to, but of course, you know, there's no visual, I like the CEs of this. I think that the one with the Anna or Medusa Lily, however you want to reference her, is very cute. Francis Drake is one of my favorite servants, so having her on another CE is great, and then I think that the Neocris CE has some beautiful artwork to it as well. So let's see if we might be able to get any of that in this particular summons here. Starting off with nothing on that, so we're getting into the full good stuff here. Starting off with a little bit of cleaner, nothing good on that, and we are starting off with a mineral. That is the other thing that was weird. A lot of gold servants when I did the one that didn't end up getting recorded, but there was actually quite a few minerals as well, so it looks like it's continuing on. We got another one of the 3-star Craft Essences, so I'm hoping maybe, just maybe, we can get a little bit better luck going in here. Full Mastership, don't need it there. Not anything that we are looking for. Innocent Maiden, we're done with that. So again, nothing great there, just a 3-star CE, so I'm hoping that I didn't waste up all of my luck on the previous one. And speaking of that, that is a rainbow spin. We're looking for Rider. That is Rider. We're looking for Andromeda. And that is exactly what we get, and this is why I say the Valentine's Day servants adore me. Because they show up so frequently like this. Now, I haven't pressed the skip yet, so this could be any rarity there, but we did get another Andromeda, which is absolutely amazing. And we've gotten our chocolate rafting for the Francis Drake CE. We need more of those. That was a pause. This is a servant. Could we get another double Andromeda? We can't. It is going to be... It's Nitocris Avenger, our 5-star Craft Essence character. But would you look at that? This is another 2 5-star servant summon. Maybe not quite as good as the Andromeda one, but I can still use the Nitocris Avengers as well. So this is fantastic. This is great. Getting the 2 5-star servants is always amazing there. So getting another 2 in like what would have been the second recording in a row is flabbergasting. Please, by all means, keep on giving me more and more. Well, we can quickly go over Andromeda here. She is a quick-based servant there. A lot of HP, not a whole lot of attack there. She is a bit more on the bulkier side. Daughter of Cassiopeia. A gives her some crit stars. She gets crit stars every turn. She gets damage cut to help out with that bulkiness. And she gets to increase her MP gauge. It's not going to be a whole lot. I think it is probably somewhere between that 20 and 30 range there. Sacrificial Maiden is going to give her a taunt. I'm trying to remember some of the other things that go along with it there. I think that she gets more I believe that she gets more Noble Phantasm charge when she's attacked, and I believe it also applies a layer of guts for her because she does have a passive skill that gives her some additional guts bonuses. So it'll be guts for 1 time 3 turns. And Oracle Chains, Nereids, EX gives her a boost in quick arts, and I think it's something else. I think she might also get a little bit of MP strength as well. But some passive skills, Riding A+, get some extra quick effectiveness, magic resistance. It's always good to resist the debuffs. Air Aspiration is the one I was speaking of. Gets a state that increases her attack for herself whenever Guts is activated. Good Swimmer gets to have some MP gauge up each turn if she's on a near water field, and her event passive skill as well. She's got her Quick Noble Phantasm, which is going to decrease the defense for 3 turns, which will increase with overtime and deal heavy damage and inflict skill seal to all enemies, and then also greatly increase the defense for herself. She's got a 2Q 2A deck there, and she's got some very, very pretty other skins for herself there. So I am absolutely thrilled to get her, and then again getting the Nitocris Avenger at the same time. We are eating good tonight. So let's keep on going, see if we can get that Nitocris CE there. Who knows, maybe even Andromeda will grace us with her presence once again. She has very much like a Genki Gyaru type of feel to her, and we're already getting another gold servant here. Caster, is it going to be Caster Nitocris? Because that would be pretty interesting. Nope, just going to be a little bit of nursery rhyme. So, and Winter Crystal, anything else here? Another chocolate rafting, we'll certainly take that. I can use more of those. Hello, Francis Drake. Thank you for joining us on this voyage today. A little bit of Luvia, we're all set on that there. So, another gold servant, some gold CEs, you know, doing okay on that one there. You know, Rare Prism, one of the CEs we need. Hydra Dagger, we're all set on that. And another gold servant here. Another gold caster. Is this going to be Nido Chris? No. Double nursery rhymes. I guess nursery rhyme really just wants to show up for us in this particular one. I did get 2 Chiyome Mochizukis in the last one that didn't end up getting recorded, so assassins were very prevalent in that one. Looks like casters are very prevalent in this one. We did get a rare prism, but there's literally nothing for the event in here, so a bit of a failure of a summon there, but you know, not every single one is going to be good, especially after you get a double 5-star servant summon. A little bit of berserker, probably wasn't going to be anything anyway, so I decided to skip over it. A little bit of Vessel of Desire, don't need that, and we're going to get Rhythm Birth, don't need that, and another Chocolate Rafting. Again, we'll certainly take as many of those as we possibly can get there, so that's about the only thing that was in that one there. We're going to keep on going, have a few more summons to go through with this one before we're out. Fragarak, very prevalent with Bazette being a previous Valentine's Day servant. Awakened Will, we've gotten so many of you. Another gold servant here. And just for whatever reason, gold servants showing up very heavily for Valentine's Day. Maybe we're going to get Penthesilea there. That's the first Berserker that comes to mind. And it certainly is. I know that we've got Fran as well, but Penthesilea is the first Berserker female unit that I can think of at that 4-star rarity. I'm trying to think what 5-star one would be available in the main gacha there, because, I mean, you know, you think of something like Morgan before Awakening. No, we need the Nido Chris CE. But you got Morgan, you've got the Castoria summer version that came out last year. So, I mean, there are some, but not any that immediately come to mind there. Alright, we are just kind of looking for that CE now, so kind of just hoping that it's going to show up for us in one of these summons to complete it out. This is another gold servant. Another Berserker. Is this one Fran? Oh, no, Tomacat. I forgot about Tomacat there. Again, you know, these aren't necessarily the greatest of units, so don't use them too much. It's a min roll with a servant instead of a craft essence. We are getting the 3-star event one, so not the worst thing, but, you know, we are looking for kind of one specific thing. Like, if it could bring us the luck of getting that one there. Labyrinth of Remnant Flowers. I'm not sure if that one is complete. If it's not, that's still a decent pickup for, you know, one that we haven't done. And here we are, the Milky Way, our gorgeous, gorgeous Nido Chris artwork. Here we are. These might not be the best CEs of the increased MP gauge each turn, but I just really like them of being able to get that up kind of quickly there. It also increases MP gain, and you get a little bit of MP overcharge on the first time you use one there, and it's just gorgeous artwork. So overall, you know, very beautiful CE that I am thrilled to be getting and being able to have an MLB copy. We've got 2 more just to try to see if maybe, just maybe, Andromeda wants to come home just one more time here to kind of continue out the tradition. And we're going to get another Milky Way, which I will absolutely take. Probably a little bit over what we can use. Chocolate Rafting, this will help maybe getting, I don't know, 2 copies. That might be MLB, especially since we're getting a second one here. That was a very, very quick turnover, so it can only be a duplicate. This is kind of what we wanted, and we're getting a gold servant here. It's like, this is the type of pulls you want. And it's Ruler Juvia. Yep. There she is. Nice all in Royal Ruler fashion. There, an amazing, another amazing pull here. It's not 2 5-star servants, but I mean, we got some good CEs and another rare prism, and we're down to our final pull here. Let's hope that we can get something more than just a min roll. That would be fantastic. Don't really care about that archer there, so we skipped over it. get a little bit of chocolate rafting there, finishing off with a Drake CE. Sounds like perfectly good to me there. And a little bit of Sakura, not super needing that one there. Natural Predator, we already finished this one out earlier, and it looks like that's going to be it. Going to be finishing off with that Drake CE. Unfortunately, no fourth copy of Andromeda, though I'm sure that there is going to be one in the future for it there, so I'm not necessarily worried about that. So, again, Valentine's Day just seems to be a good one there for me to be able to get the 5-star servant. We did end up getting 4 5-star servants in total between the summons that I ended up doing, and then, you know, getting another copy of Joanna in a very separate occurrence there that I just wanted to show off. But I'm very happy with what we ended up getting, and I hope that I can pass off some of this luck to you, because that would be great to have other people being able to share in it. So I look forward to having you back on another one, and thank you for joining me on this diary entry. Until you do come back, please take care of yourself, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.